The most memorable characteristic about Miss Abbie really is that she's strong. It's hard to describe because like she's strong, like she gets all of her stuff done on time and she's just at work 24/7, but her heart is strong too with the people that she loves and the people who love her. She always lets you know how she feels about you. And I'd describe it as strong. Yeah.
She has a wicked way of knowing what needs to be said and when it needs to be said. And so throughout the year, I think one of my biggest things about Abbie is that she's always sending us emails when we need them most, or she'll send us big long paragraphs about how we're doing things, about how cool it is. Just the words that we need to hear is what she's always speaking into us. And then she always has the ability to know when something's up. So we'll call her, and if we don't sound as bubbly or whatever as she thinks we should, she always knows that there's something going on, and she knows how to calm us down and really be able to get us to talk through those things and find a solution.
Abbie has a huge impact on Washington FFA. She is extremely selfless and puts a lot of time into the members and into the team, and I think that comes through pretty clearly. I know that as a member, I always got really excited to see her give her opening remarks at an event and was just really in awe of her poise and how well spoken she is and how much effort she puts into an organization that grew her into part of who she is. And I think that for her to give back on such a large scale like that is really rare to see in a person, and I think that's how she's impacted Washington FFA.
She has definitely had a huge impact on my year. She is kind. She pushes you to be the best you that you can be, even when you don't want to be. She gives the best hugs. She is always there for you, and you will never go to her when you need her the most, but she will be there no matter what. Even afterwards, she will continue to support you. She is the most accomplished person I know. She has the biggest heart, and I would not trade spending this year with Miss Abbie for anything.
I'm gonna really miss having Abbie to be around all the time. I've really connected with Abbie because we have so much in common, and we get along a lot better than I expected. In fact, we get along really well. And so I'm gonna miss being around Abbie each and every day. That's been one of my favorite things this year. And honestly, I think Abbie and I will continue to have a friendship after state office, but I'm really gonna miss being around her. Her ability to be humorous and as well as helpful to other people, no matter what's happening. So I'm really gonna miss that.
I think Abbie's legacy is going to be the work and the love and the kindness that she puts into the 12,000 members of this organization and every other person that she interacts with through FFA. She is truly a servant leader, and she just has this ability to make you feel better about your day or what you're doing. She has this ability to give really great hugs, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to make Washington FFA the best it can be for its members.
Denny knows a lot. He knows a lot about the history of Washington FFA, so it's fun when we get together with him and he can kind of share part of that with us. and I think he just carries a lot of wisdom and timeless passion for Washington FFA, and he also gives really good hugs. So I'm excited for this to be over so I can see Denny again and give him a hug.
Denny is the sweetest. Denny, he's really funny. We don't always get to see him, but every time we do see him, he always greets us with a huge hug, and is always asking us how things are going, and just making sure that he's there for us when he can be there, and he's fully invested every time that he sees us.
I'm gonna miss a lot of things about Denny. Probably what I'll miss most is when he first walks into the room at an event and we all get to run up to him and he makes some joke about seeing us and then he gives us all a hug. Those are the best hugs, and they only come around once in a while. So they're already few and far between. So those are gonna be definitely something that I miss in my life, the Denny hugs.
Denny does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I don't think a lot of people realize. He's always promoting Washington FFA on many levels. He serves as the advisor, and he really fulfills that role well. When we're out doing stuff, he'll check in with us every once in a while, and when we see him, he's always willing to say hi and say hello to members, and his role really helps us out with what we do at Washington FFA.
I'm grateful for Denny's contribution in my life. He's given us a lot, and he's definitely a figure that I look up to.
I think also the best hugs, his ability to connect with members and relate with members, even as a wise owl. He kind of still has a charm that every member loves. If you know Denny, you love Denny. He always has a smile on his face and amazing stories to tell. I think Denny's legacy will be his stories, the stories that he has shared with many members that has helped him to relate with them.
I would say Jesse's most remarkable characteristic is being funny. We'd go out somewhere, whether it's on industry tours, and he'd always make us laugh and that sort of thing.
Jesse has a way of making things fun while still having an impact. Around Jesse, you're always gonna have a good time and you're always gonna learn something. He's always willing to share his knowledge or share his stories, and he's just always willing to have a good time with you and go on adventures or hit a taco truck, and you are left with a lot of memories and a big impact once you leave spending time with him.
What do I love most about Jesse? Going to taco trucks with him, hands down. Hands down. That guy has a great sense of humor, great guy, fantastic heart, loves taco trucks. That's my favorite part.
Jesse's legacy is probably his funny nature, his ability to take a pretty serious moment and make it funny, but also on the flip side of that, make things fun. He's always been able to get us to go to some really cool business and industry tours that I would have never thought of, and make them really interesting and fun and intriguing. So he brings some of that light to some of those serious times, but also he knows how to take us somewhere that is really intriguing.
Jesse, I will miss most are the fun business and industry tours, getting to spend time with Jesse. He is just a really great guy and really fun to be around. We always had a lot of good laughs with Jesse. He kind of always kept us in a good mood and positive mood and encouraged us all the time, no matter what. He was there to encourage us. So I will miss the encouraging, positive Jesse.
I'm grateful for Jesse's support in my life. He is always checking in on the team, and when we are driving late at night, he checks in to see if we need a hotel room or a place to stay and that we made it to where we were going safe. And I would also say that I really appreciate his sense of humor. He's honestly super hilarious.